Hi everyone. Today I want to guide you through the process of using some of our scholarly databases available at the College of Alameda. When you're doing research, you'll often be asked to use the resources from the library databases. These databases can be thought of as collections of journal articles, newspapers, ebooks, and videos. There are a few large providers of databases, and one of them is a company called EBSCO. Once you know how to use one of the EBSCO databases, you'll be able to get around in all of them, as they all have similar interfaces. Today, I'm going to be walking you through access to Academic Search Complete, one of EBSCO's multidisciplinary databases. It's one of the first places I look when I'm doing research. Okay, let's get started. We're going to begin at the College of Alameda homepage. The library page may be found from the Student Resources dropdown. Once on the library page, look around for a link to article databases. Websites change over time, but we'll always have a link to the databases somewhere obvious. Select that link. On this page, you'll find many of our most popular databases, categorized by subject or type. Today, we're focusing on EBSCO's Academic Search Complete. So let's select that link. At this point, if you were off the campus Wi-Fi, for example, if you're at home, you'll be asked to input your College of Alameda credentials, which would be your Peralta email and password. Only students currently enrolled at the College of Alameda are able to access our online databases. You are now on an EBSCO database search interface. They will all look similar regardless of which database you're using. You'll know which database you're searching by finding the link above the search bar that says Searching. It currently says Academic Search Complete and more. We can adjust the databases by selecting that link. We're brought to a list of all of the EBSCO databases we subscribe to. Select the checkboxes for additional databases that you wish to search simultaneously, along with Academic Search Complete. Note that there is a Select All checkbox that you can use to influence the whole list. For this demonstration, I only want to use Academic Search Complete. Select that box and then the Select button to lock in that database. This screen is for a basic search. A few options are immediately available to us. I would recommend making sure that the full text button is selected so you'll be able to read the whole documents and not just abstracts. You can also easily select the peer-reviewed button to search only for articles that have undergone additional scholarly evaluation. To filter by publication date, select the All Dates drop-down menu and filter by the most recent or even custom date ranges. More filters are available under the Advanced Search link. Again, we have the options for full text, peer-reviewed sources, and the date filters. Additionally, we can select publication and document types. If you would like to use Boolean operators in your search, such as and, or not, the search is set up for that. You may also use them in the basic search as well. If you have any questions about how to use Boolean operators, please ask one of the reference librarians. We're happy to help. Select Basic Search to toggle back to it. Let's do an example. I'm interested in immigration. I'll put that as my first keyword. I also want to focus on children, so let's add that in as well. I'll hit the Enter button on my keyboard or select the magnifying search button to initiate the search. As soon as you do a search, all these extra filters pop up for you to use. You'll recognize them as the same filters from the advanced search page. I'm interested in resources from the last 12 months, so I'll select that from the menu. The database lets us know how many results were found. If we don't get very many, we may want to adjust our filters or go back, change our keywords, or add more databases to our search. Let's scroll down a bit. Each resource has a bit of information about it. We can read titles, authors, publication dates, as well as a little bit of the abstract. When we find a title we're interested in, select the title to read the resource. we're taken to a landing page where we may choose how we want to read the article. Sometimes you'll have multiple options here. Sometimes you'll just have a PDF option. So I'm selecting to read the PDF. Most of the EBSCO databases will look like this when you're reading the articles. There'll be a menu of options at the top for you to interact with. Hover your mouse over the buttons to see what they do. The options you'll use most frequently include the Cite button, which looks like a quotation mark. This will generate citations for you to use in a variety of formats, including APA and MLA. This is a great place to start with citations, but please always check the generated citation as they're often incorrect. Another button that you'll likely use is the Share button. It looks like an arrow. You'll be able to share the article to a cloud drive from here. And I usually use the Share button to get a URL for the article so I can come back to it. One thing to remember about the databases is that you shouldn't pull the URL from the the bar at the top. That won't always get you back here. Rather use the Share and Create Link option to get a working URL. Also useful are the Download and Print buttons. To go back to a results list, select the Back button and then the Results link. To start a new search, select the New Search link. Okay, that should get you started using Academic Search Complete and any of the EBSCO databases. If you have any questions, please contact your College of Alameda reference librarians.